afraid of being rich? And that's a real question. Are you afraid of being wealthy? And let me tell you why I asked that question. Initially, I wanted to do something different that we'd never done before. Normally, I'm just going to focus on your profits. But what I wanted to do was really focus on your wealth, not just the money that you make today, but the money you're going to continue to make and what you do with that money, you make it. So for those of you who don't know, right now we're in the middle of our wealth planning retreat. It's a virtual retreat, and it's only $10 when you go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and use the code SAVE10, all uppercase, SAVE10. And the reason why wealth planning is so important is because if you don't plan for a rainy day will catch you by surprise. If you don't plan for college will catch you by surprise. We have a way with money where we tend to kind of take money for granted. And if you understand what I'm saying, say me in the comments, and make sure you share this broadcast, because one thing I'm trying to impact is women in poverty are so embarrassed when things happen. We may be okay as long as we can work that job. We may be okay as long as we can work that business. But the minute we have a health concern, we run the risk of becoming impoverished. The minute we have to care for a sick parent or a sick child, we run the risk of becoming impoverished. And so it's critical that we as women not only understand that we are closer than the other gender to poverty, because we are by far and large the caregivers. And so there's more opportunity for things to happen on our watch that would get us closer to that poverty line. And if we don't start nickel and diming into our savings for a rainy day, into our life fund, into our bucket list, we're going to end up having worked all of our lives and have nothing to show for it. And that's what I'm trying to change. But in order for me to change it, I'm going to need your help. First of all, I'm going to need you to realize how very real it is and how very necessary it is for you to be able to plan your wealth. And I think a lot of people may say, well, Coach, I can't plan my wealth because I don't have any. But that's not true. You don't have any because you haven't planned it. I want you to think about that real quick. I want you to think about the fact that you may be saying, well, Coach, I don't have any wealth. So how can I plan my wealth? And then I'm going to look at you and say, well, baby, have you made a plan? Because the possibility is, and the probability is, you don't have any money because you haven't put anything on paper to make a plan for what's coming your way. I tell all of you guys that the only way to live in expectation, is to have a plan for your wealth before it gets there. Don't wait until you're flat broke to say, oh my goodness, I need a plan. Good morning, Lottie Dottie. Good morning, CC. Good morning, Rose. Thank you guys for sharing. You know, CC, but here's the thing. You can be afraid of being the family's crutch, but can you be your own crutch? Now that's an ouch. See, we so worried about who we gonna have to share it with when we get it that we can't put our head down and go get it. Put your head down and go get it. Worry about who you gotta break bread with later. Because the truth of the matter is, while you worry about being your family's crutch, you can't even save yourself. The truth is, while you worry about who you're going to have to help, you can't even help yourself. The minute you start building wealth, then you're not only able to save yourself, you're able to save your future self. And that means you got to look your money in the eye and tell your money what you want it to do for you. Money doesn't command you, you command money. So if you haven't already gotten a ticket, go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. Get your ticket for only $10. You guys should be beating down the door. The ticket should be sold out by now. Get your ticket for $10 when you use the code SAVE10, and understand that your wealth planning is your responsibility. Your wealth is everything. Good morning, Peggy. Your wealth is everything from your cars to your houses, to your bank accounts, to your insurance, all of that. You need to sit down once a year and plan. And that's what we're about to be doing. Because if you don't sit down and plan it, it's not going to come to you. And it's super important that we as women understand that the war on poverty is real and it involves us. The war on poverty is real and we are the main victims. And when we become a victim, guess what? Our children become victims. Our parents become victims. If you want to stop the cycle, you're going to have to create some wealth. And in order for you to create some wealth, you cannot be afraid of it. You cannot keep being scared of money. Money is your biggest advocate and ally in this world. The Bible said money answers all things. We got to stop doing without because we're afraid to look our money in the eye and demand some things from it. This morning, I want you to put in the chat, what's one thing you demand from your money? I demand to be debt free. I demand that from my money. So if you watch me, if I put something on a credit card, I have a methodical way of paying it off. It don't matter how much it is. I used to didn't be like that. I used to charge $2,000, $3,000 on a credit card and then pay 20-something here, 20-something there. Now, I may charge $3,000 on a credit card and send them $150 a week for 5 months till it's paid off. You gotta be methodical about your money. You gotta demand. So somebody tell me in the chat, what do you demand from your money? I demand to be wealthy. I demand to have a rainy day stash. I demand to have a pot of money that I don't do nothing but travel with. What demands are you making on your revenue? So make sure you go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. Grab your ticket for only $10 when you use the code SAVE10. There's going to be some amazing speakers there, including myself, but you got to make some demands on your money. Stop letting money be your boss and be the boss of your money. And the only way you can boss up over your money is you've got to take a pen, you've got to take a pad, and you've got to tell your money exactly what you want it to do for you. The Bible said, write the vision and make it plain so that he who reads it can take out running. I'm asking you guys, rich people sit down once a year and plan their wealth. I'm inviting you to sit down with some experts and plan your wealth. My big goal for next year is not to pay many, if any, income taxes. I said, if Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, can get away with not paying no income taxes, Surely there's a way for me. See, you got to make some demands on your money. Nicole said, I demand to be able to make money in my sleep. Tiffany said, I demand to assign my money. Yes. Peggy said, I demand to be financially free. Virginia said, I demand to have my bills paid. You're not bossing your money around. You're acting like money is the boss of you. As long as your only way to get money is a job, money will continue to be your boss. But the minute you take control over your earnings, the minute you become the boss over your wealth, the moment you start telling money exactly what to do for you, and you start planning it out, you have just taken control over your money. Some of y'all need to do a takeover. Some of y'all need to do an intervention. That's why you need to go get that $10 ticket and show up. Some of y'all have let money run off on you. Some of you have let money let you down. You're feeling some kind of way about money because it's not necessarily just falling in your lap, but it doesn't fall in anybody's lap. It's www, and if somebody could put it in the chat for me, that would be great. www.blackgirlprofits.com with an S. And the code is all uppercase, save 10. And I actually have a brand new planner. Let me show it to you guys. That I'm going to be launching that actually goes with this series. Because I'm a firm believer in making sure you put the vision in writing. So this is the Black Girl Wealth annual planner. And it's part of my Black Girl Profit series. And why this annual planner is so important is because each year, a minimum of once a year, you need to be sitting down and planning your wealth. Good morning, Will. You need to be sitting down and being strategic. And this is what I'm going to be doing in my VIP session. I'm going to be showing you how to go through this journal and be strategic about building wealth. And one thing I said in the journal is that your wealth is a garden. Not only must you plant the seeds, but you must take the time and energy to cultivate your wealth. You must water your garden with knowledge. You must feed your garden positivity. You must keep the weeds of negativity from your wealth. You must keep the bugs of procrastination away from your wealth. You must keep the locusts of listening to others away from your wealth. You must put on your gardening goggles so that you can see the possibilities of your wealth garden. Just like a garden, if you don't show up every day with a plan for your wealth will wither away. I wanted to celebrate your consistency in using this planner to grow your wealth today, tomorrow, and generations later. This is a planner that will help you move beyond just thinking about your money into having a real plan for your money, into being able to demand dominion over your revenue. See, we were given dominion over our money. We were given dominion over this world, over our situations. Sometimes we give that power away to other people, but we got to remember, not only were we given dominion, but it was never taken back from us. Not only were we given dominion, but it was never taken back. So I want to encourage you guys to join me, www.blackgirlprofits. Use the code SAVE10. Join us for these sessions. They're going to be amazing. I'm even thinking about rearranging the program because initially I was going to make 2 of the days VIP, but I said, no, I might open it up for everybody to attend and just make people buy the journal if they need it. So I'm trying to think what to do because I really, beyond a shadow of a doubt, good morning, Nunu, I want to get this knowledge in your hands. I want to start to shift the way we as women come together and understand our money. I don't want anybody left behind or anybody left in the dark. And that's just my nature. And I think God blesses me for that. I don't necessarily have a selfish nature. I had to learn how to do things to take care of myself. I had to learn how to put myself first. Some of you guys need to learn how to put yourself first. Some of you guys need to learn how to guard your revenue, how to guard your next level. Some of y'all need to learn all money ain't good money. Some of y'all need to learn all money ain't good money. But I think there's so many of you that are even scared of the word wealth. When I say wealth, what does that make you think about? Does that scare you? Instead of it empowering you, instead of you thinking, oh my goodness, I have a chance to do something that my mother's generation didn't have a chance to do. I have something to do, something that my grandmother's generation didn't have a chance to do. You ladies, and if you haven't shared this broadcast, make sure you share this broadcast. You ladies have a chance to do something that women all over the world wish they had access to do. Because it's more than creating a product or service. If you're in Africa and you create a product and a service and you don't have anybody to buy it from you, then that's not good enough. So the conditions right now are right for you to generate this money. What is keeping you from doing it? Good morning, Shanendra. What's keeping you from doing it? And the answer to that, the true answer to that, is you're the person. Because if somebody told me to spend $10 to come to a wealth planning retreat, I probably think it was a problem. I go and spend my $10. Matter of fact, I'd probably be that person that said, man, this is too cheap. Let me hurry up and buy this before they figure out. Let me hurry up and get this before they figure out. Let me hurry up and grab this before the price go up. Your wealth, I cannot lie to you. Behind God and your family and yourself, your wealth is right up there with your ability to stay on this earth. Absolutely, Tiffany. Society has taught women, especially, not men. Society has taught women to put the man, the family, your job, and everything else in front of you. And only until everything is done, and only until everybody is taken care of, do you dare take care of yourself. And what happens is we line our money right up there with self-care. So when the bottom falls out on us, the bottom falls out on our money, and that should not be the case. I'm telling you, if you're tired of women being the face of poverty, you got to do something about it. If you're tired of women being the face of poverty, go ahead and say me. I have this book I'm writing for my TED Talk. It's called Poverty Wears a Skirt. I'm gonna let you lean on that for a minute. I'm gonna let you reflect on that for a minute. Poverty wears a skirt. She used to wear a skirt and high heels, but her feet got tired. And if you look at her closely, that skirt that she got on will tell you everywhere she's been today and what all she's done. We deserve to live a good life. By the time we get through taking care of everybody else, with the 3 or 4 minutes we got left on the clock, we need to be spending 2 of them minutes to build our business and 2 of them minutes to build our legacy. And if you don't shift, do we need to talk about the penalties? Do we need to talk about the repercussions? Do we need to talk about how the elderly are forced to eat dog food and cat food? I don't think we need to talk about it. I think you should be afraid of it. I think you need to start making plans now. So make sure you go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. We deserve a good life, and I'm not stopping until my life looks exactly like I want it to look. And you're invited to come on that journey. If I was you, I wouldn't miss it. www.blackgirlprofits.com, and make sure you use the code SAVE10 to sign up for general admission to this wealth planning segment. It's going to be great. You don't know what you don't know. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here this morning, but I will be back this afternoon. I'm in Dallas right now, so I'm going to be traveling back to Houston. But grab your ticket now because it's about to go down tonight, okay? And remember that I told you. So coupon code is SAVE10, all uppercase, and I will see you later tonight.